Yo, what's up everybody? How you doing? It's 4:54 Friday and welcome to Tommy Talk. I want to give a shout out to my niece and nephew, Chuy and Sonia Rodriguez. Muchas felicidades. They're celebrating their 25th anniversary, the wedding anniversary. And sorry, honey, we couldn't make it. But wish you the very best. And speaking of anniversaries, Alice and I are going to be married 50 years. We're going to have our 50th anniversary here in 2 years, and so it's double the amount of time. And there's a lot of time has gone by. We started dating at 13, and we got married at 20. And we just like a lot of people, we didn't always have it the best, and we had a little rough time at the beginning. When we were first married. We used food stamps. We bought groceries with food stamps back when they had them in the little coupon packages, coupon books. And, the state of California paid for Amber's birth, and the state of Nebraska paid for Aaron's birth. But all that aside, we've come a long ways. And we're pretty comfortable in where we're at in our lives and what we have. But I want you to know and appreciate that, we're not rich, but we're extremely wealthy. Well, how is it that you can not be rich, but yet wealthy? Well, it's really in the true meaning of what wealth is. And this is one reference that I found that how it described wealth. It says true wealth is not measured on what you have, or how much you have, but how much you appreciate and value what you already have. And so it's really, the true wealth is in how much you value what you have altogether. How much you appreciate and are grateful for what you have. How much you appreciate and grateful and value what you've become, what you've achieved. And even can go as far as what your children have achieved. And maybe even your grandchildren. And so really, true wealth it's a state of mind. It's a mindset. It's your perspective. So, but let's use that analogy of money, the difference between wealthy and rich, to drive it home a little bit better. Okay, when they use the word wealth and rich, of course, they kind of mean the same thing, or you think they mean the same thing. But they may not always mean the same thing. Of course, when you think of somebody that's rich, they have a lot of things, got a lot of money, got a nice house, and have 17 cars and 14 trash cans and swimming pool, and go on a lot of vacations and things like that. And of course, you could think of somebody being wealthy that same way too. But a really good way to measure how this really works. It's when you go to define or to determine the net worth of an individual. Okay, so we're going to talk in real money terms. And so what you do, they have a little form where you list you have your income versus your liabilities. Okay, and so on your income side, this is where you have your cash, your savings, your retirement, your assets, real estate, anything that you own that has value. And then over here on this side, it has their liabilities. So in other words, you have all these valuable things over here, your cash and savings and all that, and stocks, bonds, whatever. But then you also have your liabilities. It's where you're paying for some of this stuff over here. Okay? So you basically take the sum of your assets and your income, and you subtract the liabilities, and that's how you come up with your net worth. Now I'm going to make it a little bit easier for you. Let's make it really simple. Okay, so let's say we got two individuals. This person over here, they both have $1,000. Let's just say, we're going to make it simple. They both have $1,000. This person over here has $1,000 in assets, and this person over here has $1,000 in assets. Now this person over here, his liability or his debt is only about $100. So when you subtract $100 from the $1,000, he's got a $900 net worth value. So his net worth is worth $900. So it's pretty comfortable. So you have this individual over here who has $1,000 in assets and income, but he has $900 in liability and debt. So when you subtract the liabilities from his income, he's only so you're subtracting 900 from 1,000. He only has $100 of net worth. They're both making the same amount, but where the difference is in the liabilities or the debt. So between the two, you have the $900 net worth individual versus the $100 net worth individual, which one of the two do you think is more comfortable? Then which one do you think probably sleeps a little better at night? Because this one has to worry about that debt. Even though he's got all that stuff, he has to worry about all that debt. So in the same analogy, in the state of mind or the perspective, let's use that same example, where income are all the positive things in your life, your positive assets. Maybe you have good health, you have good relationships, you're comfortable in your living, you've were able to reach some of your goals, you've become pretty much what you wanted to do and achieve what you wanted to achieve, and you're currently doing the things that make you happy and that bring you joy. So that's your income. So now the liabilities will be more like the negative things that maybe we're experiencing in our lives. So maybe we're not as good at health. Maybe we've had some surgeries. We've had a heart attack. Let's see, what else have we gone through? We've had different kinds of setbacks. Sometimes you get discouraged, you get, talked about, you get, maybe you've even lost things, maybe even lost a loved one. So all of those little negative things, okay, are liabilities or our debts. So, but if you have, that the income and you appreciate all those things that you have, and it's a mindset in how you view those debts that you have that can help you to feel wealthy. So it's really in how you deal with the things in life. And see, everybody's going to experience it because that's the thing called life. So all the things that we go through, everybody has this income liability thing in their life. Nobody's without it. That's called life. So it's all in how you deal with it, all in how you view it. It's all in your mindset and how you value the things that you're going through and what you have and appreciate what you have. So speaking of value, I'm going to use another little illustration because one of the other things in life is that we go through a lot of stuff. Like I said, even the ultimate liability, the loss of a loved one, because we've all lost a loved one and gone through different things in life. And some of the things that we go through, kind of tear us down, and our self-esteem, our self-worth, just kind of like goes down the toilet, it seems. But I want to use this little illustration. See this here? It's a nice, crisp $100 bill. Okay? Now, I'm going to crumble this up. Okay? Crumble it up just like that. Okay? Now, if I was to give this to you, would you still take it? Is it still worth $100? Yeah, probably is. I mean, it is. It's still worth $100. But what if I throw it on the ground and smash it and crush it, pick it up? Now it's dirty and it's torn. I tore it a little bit. It's dirty. It's marked up, but it's still worth $100. So that's the same thing with us in our lives. Some of the things that we go through. There's a lot of times when we're crushed, when we're stomped on, when we're torn, when people mark us as being this or mark us as being that. But we're still worth what we're worth, what you think you're worth and you feel you're worth. So my point of all that is, you're very valuable. Don't lose your self-worth. And I'm going to leave you with this last little comment. Because there's a lot of things that aren't guaranteed in life. Now, one of them is a problem-free life. We will never guarantee a problem-free life, but you can have an awesome life as a problem solver. You do the math. It's very simple. If you enjoyed this and appreciate it, simply just share it. Help others be able to benefit from it as well. Okay? Until next week, I love you all. Stay valuable.